What's happening out there, good people? It's your boy DJ.
I'm Rell, a.k.a. Pound for Pound. I'm the best that ever come around here. Exclude nobody.
And we are the NASHty boys.
Boom.
Welcome to episode 39.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you out there in YouTube land, you can see I've got the Toon Squad Space Jam jersey
Ooh,
on.
They used to mean
Be sure
something.
to like, comment, share, subscribe, however YouTube works. Do that type of stuff. But I don't want to even think about talking about anything else till we talk about this new Space Jam, this piece of trash. You know how I'm feeling right now? Fuck LeBron James,
Yes.
fuck Maverick Carter, fuck the shop,
Yes.
fuck Warner Brothers as a staff,
Facts.
record label, and a crew. They brought one of my favorite movies from my childhood back to life just to piss on it.
You know what rhymes with Space Jam? A waste, fam. It was a waste of my time. It was a waste of my time.
Yo, okay, so spoiler alert for anybody who hadn't seen Space Jam yet. I think it just came out this past Friday, which would have been
It did.
2 days ago. So if you haven't seen it, you should probably go ahead and skip ahead about 45 minutes because there's going to be some heavy Space Jam talk on here today.
You nice as hell.
We spoiling this piece of shit.
You should skip the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, for real. Don't watch that shit. Like, I don't have a horse in this race, but don't watch that shit. But that being said,
We have a lot to get to.
let's go ahead and set up this piece of shit
Yes.
with the nonsense they call a premise. So the basic setup is that LeBron James used to enjoy playing basketball, but then he found out he wasn't focused. So then he focused and he became LeBron James. And so now fast forward to modern day LeBron James, 16, 17 years into his career.
Who's an asshole, apparently,
He's
now.
he's a shit father. A shit father.
Yeah, it's just a
Turns
terrible
out
person.
he's like what they call like a stage dad. Like,
Yeah.
he just wants to force his kids to play basketball.
Yes.
They can't have fun while playing basketball, but they just need to have really solid fundamentals
Yep.
because he wants his children to all be Tim Duncan.
Working that step back.
So then what happens is Warner Brothers comes to him like a lot of companies do to LeBron James. They got advertising deals. They have this new piece of shit technology called the WarnerTron 3000.
Ooh.
And now this next part that I'm going to explain, if you have trouble following it, you're not alone because I watched the movie like 1.5 times, still don't know what the fuck this shit was about. So they take a meeting with Warner Brothers, who has this algorithm who the genius writers named Algorithm. Like, that is the character's name. No bullshit. Like, I haven't told a joke yet, y'all. This is the actual plot. So then basically the premise of the WarnerTron 3000 is that they could do basically a 3D scan of LeBron one time, and they can put him in any movie they want to, whether it be like a Game of Thrones, a Godzilla, whatever. They could use his likeness one time or create the likeness one time and use it over and over. Now let's go ahead and pause right there. Isn't that just how hard drives work?
Yes. It's fucking.
I mean, you're the graphic designer. You know better than I do. But
I do.
thought that if you capture an image, you could save it and then reuse it.
That's basically how it works.
I'm okay.
How else would you do it? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm trying to understand because they made it sound like WarnerTron 3000 was this like mind-blowing technology when it seems like copy and paste to me.
Well, first of all, if Warner Brothers was paying attention, they own HBO. They already have The Shop, which is LeBron's show. They don't have to even woo him this hard.
Okay, but hold up. It gets better. So LeBron's answer is no, I don't want to do this deal because this will make me have to take too much time away from the game.
What?
But the whole premise was that we will capture you one time and then we can put you in any movie we want.
For a
Like,
man,
this is like 2 hours worth of work we talking about.
also, for a man who sits out like most of the regular season, are you really that serious about missing time from the game?
Not that into basketball. And okay, all right. So
He's in
then-
LA because of other things.
So then the algorithm itself, Mr. Algorithm,
Algorithm,
is played by Don Cheadle,
a.k.a. Freddie Gibbs.
He gets upset that LeBron rejected him because he's connected to what they call the serververse, which is some made up bullshit.
Yeah, and why does he have so much feelings to be like just a program, basically?
Yo, all he does
made
is
him?
record 3D images.
Who?
How is he Skynet?
Who? That's what I'm saying. Who made him?
Well, here's what else I don't understand. Okay, so that's the basic setup. Like, that's the premise of the movie.
Yeah.
He gets upset that LeBron doesn't want to endorse his technology, so he kidnaps LeBron James' son and said, basically, the only way to get him back is to beat me and my homies in a game of basketball. And that is like the setup for the movie. I have so many fucking questions about this movie. So, number one, Mr. Algorithm, who is supposed to be an algorithm that has to do with putting 3D images into, movies and pieces of film or even TV shows. He, at one point in the movie, just randomly starts connecting to people's phones and sucking them into the internet. How is he able to do that?
Especially with Apple's new privacy modes. Like, I don't know how he's getting these phones like that.
And if he has that type of power,
why do you care about? Yeah.
What the hell does he need LeBron James for?
He doesn't.
Like he has the nuclear codes. Like he controls Facebook, Instagram. All. Why
I
does he need LeBron?
I have a huge question, but I'm gonna wait till we get a little more into the plot, which really doesn't make sense. A lot doesn't make sense in this movie, but I have a huge question that's bothering me. But I'll get to that in a little bit.
So the other thing that's like a overarching theme in the movie to me is like nobody understands stakes. Like nobody
Right.
understands that like if LeBron loses this game, we're all gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Oh,
go ahead.
well, you said that I didn't get. So he tells them, "Hey, if the Goon Squad wins, you're here forever.
Clever writing.
You're here forever, right?"
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, this is the most bandwagon crowd ever. As long as you're winning or about to win, or like you're on a run, they're cheering for you.
Well-
if you know you're about to be stuck, why are you cheering for these fuckers?
Yo, okay. So here's the other thing. All right. So we're gonna come to the game because spoiler alert, the game is literally half the movie. Like they start
Yes.
this like pivotal basketball game halfway through the movie.
Yes.
They spend an hour on the game itself.
Yes.
All right. So, here's the other thing I didn't like. So, all right. So he rejects this deal.
Mhm.
Doesn't want to be part of the whole Algae Rhythm thing. So Algae Rhythm decides I'm gonna kidnap LeBron and his kid. So he somehow randomly opens a portal in a server room
Because that makes sense.
that LeBron and his kids walk into, and now boom, they're inside the
Yeah.
serververse.
That's all you got to do.
Why are they in a server room?
So, okay, so
Something called him, right?
the son gets upset with LeBron
Mhm.
because he feels like LeBron doesn't support his dreams because he doesn't just want to play basketball. So the son basically walks off and is like wandering around. Then he starts hearing like a voice that like attracts him to the portal. And because he's like, I don't know, 13 or 14, he's stupid, walks into the portal. But my question is,
I mean, if you see
how
a portal, are you going to walk into it in real life?
I mean,
I mean,
yes,
after watching-
one-
after
real
wa-
life, 100%.
After watching Rick and Morty, I might walk to that portal. I'm not gonna lie.
But that's what I don't understand. If Algae Rhythm can open portals in the real world,
What are you doing?
What does he need LeBron for?
He doesn't.
Why is he in his feelings about LeBron? You control the world.
Yes.
I don't.
I thought he had 2 kids, right?
He does.
No,
The-
he has 3 kids in the movie.
In the movies? What's
Yeah.
so important about the one that just because
So
he's trying to teach
I think
a
the
lesson?
older one was kind of like Bronny James. He's already playing ball anyway, and he's kind of good at it.
Skin the one kid who
Although I
doesn't wanna
think
play
Bryce-
basketball.
I think Bryce, who this kid basically is playing, also plays basketball. So I don't really
I'm
get
gonna
it.
be honest. I don't know shit about LeBron's kids.
I don't either.
Well, I know Bronny can ball.
I
Like
know
I
in the
follow,
movie-
I
in the
follow a lot of
movie-
basketball like accounts, and they're always like, he can play.
Well, in the movie, the daughter's name is Zoshi, which just struck me as like the oddest fucking decision. Like that's not the actual daughter's name. Like, why
No.
would you name this kid Zoshi?
All of them was made up names, and
Like,
like,
it didn't
Except
make
for
any sense to
LeBron.
me.
yeah, except LeBron, and his wife was kind of annoying for some reason. I don't even know why.
I don't know the actress's name. Don't like her.
No.
Seen her before.
Is she
Don't
the
like
real-
her.
No, she's not the real.
Bro, it felt
wife.
like
No, that's not really
Okay.
his wife.
But
No,
even like so, Don Cheadle's a pretty good actor.
Mhm.
But I feel like when everyone walked on this set, they just forgot how to act, or
I
maybe,
thought so
or maybe they
too.
love LeBron so much, they're like, well, if we overact, like make him look.
right, he's gonna know
Yeah.
he's a
And
shit actor.
this dude was terrible.
I only watched 25 minutes of this movie before I shut this off. So
Wait, I got.
I called you a quitter. I understand why now. that
I gotta
finished it.
shoot Don Cheadle a little bit of bail. I almost felt like he was trying to like do a thing, like he was overacting on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
he was trying
Oh,
to
of
do
course,
that as like part
for
of
kids. It's for
as part of the character. But LeBron was just
also. I was gonna say it's for kids, but also I have this question: what kids? People
I
who
couldn't
used to
tell
be
you which
kids?
kids.
Yeah, the kids of our past. Because the current kids, do they even know who Bugs Bunny is? First of all, at the basketball game, right? There's all these WB characters. Name one that a kid knows: The Mask, It, or Pennywise, if you will.
none of them.
None of them. It's fucking He-Man is in the background. Like,
Yo, okay. Before we
or,
get
I'm
to
sorry,
that part,
the guy from Thundercats. What's his name?
they absolutely ruined the Looney
Lion-
Tunes.
Lionel.
Because so for somebody
Yes.
like me, let's say you were trying to appeal to people who enjoyed the first Space Jam.
Mhm.
Who the fuck was doing these voices? That wasn't Bugs Bunny.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
and the motherfucker they had doing Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh, that's
that
what I was about to
shit
bring
was like
up.
a hate crime.
Yeah.
Like
He
it
was
was.
terrible.
That shit was horrifying. It was clearly a white
Right?
man
Yeah.
doing a Mexican man's voice. It
I was like, this dude is-
bad.
You're in LA. You can't find a Mexican to do Speedy
real.
Gonzalez's voice.
All the voices were off, and like to me, it's like, now I was never that into Looney Tunes, but Bugs Bunny is
I
an
was.
iconic character.
Yeah, that's my guy.
That voice wasn't even close to how
they
Bugs
still
Bunny's supposed to
alive?
sound. I don't know, but what I'm saying is his voice is so iconic. You can find
you know.
somebody who
it's
can
like,
do that
it's
voice.
like remaking Lion
Yeah.
King.
I mean,
Right.
people can sound like Michael Jackson. Which also got me. I started like questioning my childhood. I was like, did Bugs Bunny say Doc that much? I feel like "What's up, Doc" was his saying, but I don't feel like
I don't
every
think
sentence he was like,
so.
"Hey, Doc, what you doing, Doc?"
Yeah, it was the whole shit was terrible. And what killed me or made me think back really was I was trying to think. All right, so in the movie, the LeBron's son who gets kidnapped, his name is Dom. I was trying to think, was I as much of a bitch as Don was?
Yeah.
Don was?
Yeah, for real.
Because okay, so he gets
Yeah.
kidnapped by Don
Yeah.
Cheadle. Don Cheadle separates him from LeBron. He immediately accepted Algie Rhythm as his new daddy. Like he turned
Quickly.
he turned Trader off
Son.
the rip.
Like immediately.
Like he didn't even seem like he had to think about it. He's like, no, fuck LeBron.
Also, LeBron really didn't like this kid because LeBron's got his own like court in the backyard, and when they show this kid's like bedroom, it's like mad small. It's like-
Yo, but why did he have like a Department of Defense level like lab in his
oh
bedroom?
yeah. Well, yeah.
Like he had created an app that does 3D image scans them into his computer. Then he had created a basketball game, which was basically like a space age like NBA Jam, and
Bruh.
it looked kind of fire. If I'm being honest,
His coding abilities are just
that child is a
next
genius.
level.
It's a travesty that they're
Now,
trying to
granted,
make that
I've
boy
only
play
did like
basketball.
I've only done like HTML, CSS, basic shit. This dude is like next level.
Yo, basketball was a complete waste of this little boy's
Yeah.
talent.
LeBron's smart enough to know like he's not gonna make it in basketball. You need to keep him on the computer.
So what I was saying as far as, stakes, all right, so at this point in the plot, LeBron's been kidnapped, his kid's been kidnapped, they've been separated. Algie Rhythm's like, look, since you don't want to take my deal, you got to beat me in a game of basketball.
Mhm.
If you beat me, y'all get to bounce. If
Ooh.
you lose, you with me forever, and you got to do this algorithm thing.
Why?
Why does LeBron immediately just accept, all right, I guess we're playing basketball?
Yes,
Like, you've kidnapped my son. Like, what are we, what? No, I
So,
don't play no damn basketball.
we've made it to the point where I want to ask my big question. Why do you have to play a basketball game for this? If you're the person who decides, hey, if you win this game, you can go home. But if you lose, you stay here with me. Why am I giving you the option?
Right. Why is this a negotiation?
Yeah. No, you stand here. You're here now. I brought you
Like,
in.
I'm Skynet. Like, what are we talking about?
Why?
I'm not negotiating. Look, you're either gonna do it or I'm gonna kill your kid.
Yep. And then the fact that like I'm gonna play this game where I'm giving you the choice to win or lose, but I'm also gonna cheat like a motherfucker.
Like he's a you know what we forgot to mention? So Don Cheadle, aka Algie Rhythm, has
AKA
a sidekick.
Freddie Gibbs.
Has a sidekick that's basically the paperclip from Microsoft Word. Now some of y'all might not be old enough to
I
get
thought
that
that.
one,
Yes.
but Clippy from MS Word, that was his Don Cheadle sidekick, and his name in the movie was it Pete?
I don't know.
I think it might have been Pete.
I spent a lot of
Pete
time.
was the sidekick's name.
A lot of time watching it was me looking at my phone and listening to it. So it's a,
I spent a
missed.
lot of time like hitting pause to see how much time.
I would have to go. Same. I would go back on pause. Like maybe I should see what happened just in case it was important.
Now I know so far, we're only probably like 30 minutes into a fucking 2-hour movie. It sounds like a dumpster fire so far, but it gets worse.
A lot worse.
So why did they kidnap him or both of them to play a game?
I'm
I
a,
know we
who
talked
the
about
fuck knows?
stakes.
I'm gonna
We
be honest
talked
with you,
about
I don't
stakes,
know.
and they give him like you either win and you can leave, but why?
The only thing
does
that
he
Don-
better the Sky
Don Cheadle should have just been like, "Look, you're doing it, or I'm killing your kid."
the
Period.
movie's plot is basically like, hey, we had to make a sequel. How do we force LeBron James into this world again? That's all it seems to me.
But that's the shit that made me wonder about, like, how is this the idea you went with? Like,
Right.
what were the ideas that y'all were like, no, that's not gonna work?
Was Ryan Coogler behind this? was he the director?
He might have been. I don't know.
Now I haven't
I
seen.
don't think so.
Man,
I don't know who the director was, but he should never work again,
ever.
ever.
And
And
if it-
and the script writer gone.
And if it is Ryan Coogler, I know he can make better.
Oh, I'm worried about Black Panther too. Ryan Coogler. I am worried.
I am so worried.
So okay, all right. So that's basically the setup. His son's kidnapped. He's like, you got to play ball if you want to get your kid back. And LeBron's like, okay, I guess I'm playing ball. So now he's got to assemble a team. And LeBron has a really good idea because they find out the serververse thing is connected to basically all the Warner properties,
Mhm.
which includes the whole DC universe. So
Mhm.
LeBron's idea is, I'm gonna get some superheroes. I'm gonna
Yep.
get Superman. I'm gonna get Green Lantern. I'm gonna get Batman. Why
Yep.
he assumes they have any type of basketball talent, I don't know.
How
But
does he remember this? It's like
Green Lantern might ball though.
when you're like in this makeshift world, it's like, ooh, Warner Brothers owns DC.
Right,
so
right,
Yes.
right.
It's like that. I don't know. I don't want to.
I feel like LeBron spent no time being pissed off that his kid was.
I'm
kidnapped.
also pissed that no Mortal Kombat characters involved because they were just straight up flawless victory, fatality, everybody in there. And we can get on to the next movie.
And that's what's weird to me. Like that would have been my first thought is, we ain't playing no game.
No,
I'm gonna get these superheroes and we gonna kill Algie.
we gotta
Rhythm.
kill him. That's, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't doing none of this
Bro,
basketball
are you
stuff.
serious?
And what killed me was later in the movie when he starts to try to recruit his team, he meets up with Bugs Bunny. Come to find out that Algie Rhythm convinced all the Looney Tunes to leave the planet that they lived
Toon
on
Planet.
and they move on to like other planets. Because as it turns out, I guess in the Warner Brothers universe, there's different planets for like different properties.
Their
like
IPs
King
basically
Kong,
have their own
Superman, all that
yeah.
shit. It is the most contrived bullshit I ever heard in my life. So anyway, so LeBron wants to put together this team, but Bugs is like, nah, I need my friends back. Fuck these superheroes.
I'm with that though. I can see that. You need your friends back. He was
Why?
on. He's
Why?
on.
You're not real.
No, he's
You're a
on.
loony. He's
Nah,
captured
son.
this man's actual real life
Nah, son.
child.
You are used to tricking Elmer Fudd. You're used to switching rabbit season over to duck season. You're having a good time, and everyone's gone. You can't do that now by yourself.
But it brings me back to stakes. LeBron should have been like, I don't give a shit about Porky Pig. He has my son.
And
What are you talking about?
And I don't think you realize this. Lola's over here trying to be an Amazon. I don't know if you know anything about rabbits, but they get it in. He misses Lola,
This turned
son.
into a hentai conversation way sooner than I thought it would.
I'm just letting you know he's trying to get Lola back, B.
I mean, all right, okay, but
Bugs says?
Yes.
but it would have been different.
Bunnies get busy.
It would have been. It'd have been different if he had been like, oh, well, let's just get my homie Lola in addition to Superman and Wonder Woman and all that. But he was like, no, we don't want none of them. I want Daffy. I want Porky.
Yeah.
I want the grandma who's name I don't
Foghorn
remember.
Leghorn.
Yeah, I want Tweety Bird.
Yeah.
I want Yosemite Sam.
All right,
I
time
want
out.
the Tasmanian Devil.
Time out. First of all, unless like one of the Monstars is like Isaiah Thomas or somebody, why do you need Tweety Bird?
Yo, and why are the Monstars in the movie? Like,
Why?
The Monstars are in this
Yeah,
movie.
they're actually just in the crowd.
Like, there's just so much shit that makes no sense. But let's jump
It's like
forward
a
little
terrible
bit.
version of Ready Player One. Like, we're gonna show all these other.
Yo, they spend
IPs.
so much time showing you Game of Thrones. They show you King Kong. They show you a bunch of different Warner Brothers properties. where it's
Austin
like,
Powers.
This is just one giant ad.
Also, another thing that doesn't make sense. If you're talking to kids, Warner Brother owns a lot of stuff. Some is really relevant, like Rick and Morty. Kids may know Rick and Morty because that's relevant.
Mhm.
But if you're bringing up Austin Powers, if you're bringing up The Matrix, which is coming out later this year, I understand that. What kid knows these characters? No one's like, "Ooh,
Yo,
Dr.
son.
Evil."
Son.
No kids doing that.
They made MC Hammer jokes. Like there's like 2 generations of people who have no idea who MC
Son.
Hammer is.
All right, so let's say this. What age range is this movie for? 11 under, 10 under, maybe?
So it's supposed to be catered towards children.
So-
but I
kids.
guess
so they
technology
born in,
is
like-
nostalgia
what
is
year they
for
born?
You
us.
say
What-
13 and under?
13 years ago would be 2008.
Yep.
So these kids were born, I don't know, Drake was getting started.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what movie? SpongeBob may have been dying out.
Maybe I don't.
They don't give a shit about none of these people. MC Hammer
They
was old
honestly-
then.
They may not even really know who most of the Looney Tunes are. I'm sure most kids, like you've come across, like
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, that sort of thing. But most of them, like, they don't know who they are.
And also,
Like, Looney Tunes was going down when they made Space Jam.
yeah, Tiny Toons was popping before the last time the Looney Tunes was popping.
I mean, but here's the thing, though. Do y'all know how old the original Space Jam is?
Yes, it was about 95.
I think it was 96.
That's
95.
98, but
Either way,
It was definitely 95.
either way, it's more than 25 years old.
Yes.
That's the point of what I'm saying. And so it's just
It's old
like,
enough to buy a drink now.
who the hell is this movie for? Like, it wasn't for me.
That's what I'm, yeah.
And if we're keeping it real, I know we're not supposed to talk about him. We've banished him to the upside down.
They ain't got
But they don't have a I Believe I Can Fly. There ain't no I Believe I
on,
Can Fly in
man.
this movie.
they ain't got Kels.
And low-key, they don't even have a, what was that Quad City DJ song?
The train.
No, it's
Whoop,
the train,
whoop.
and there's another one. It's like,
Whoop,
if you
whoop.
want to slam, come on
Wanna
and jam.
jam.
the Space
that-
Jam song.
yeah.
It's just a Space Jam song.
Everybody get up.
Yo.
It's time to jam
Yeah.
now. We gotta ram.
The first Space Jam has like an elite level
Also,
soundtrack.
this is how old this is. In 6th grade, they had a song called Hit 'em High. If I hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high, and you hit 'em. Me and some friends did that at a talent show. I was Method Man.
Wait, was that on the Space Jam soundtrack?
Yes, it was. Also,
Damn,
there was
I'm
a
old.
there was a song Bugs Bunny was rapping called "You Buggin'." Think the Space Jam gonna stop? You bugging.
Oh, and there's
you only bugging.
there's definitely a freestyle cipher in this movie that we're gonna get to.
oh,
'Cause that
Elmer.
was those bars were trash with Porky Pig. Hold up, we coming to it.
Oh, it
All
was
right.
Porky. It was Porky. It was
All
Porky.
right, so
Yeah,
let's
it was
jump
Porky.
ahead a little bit. He assembles his team, right? So
Mhm.
it's LeBron and all your favorite Looney Tunes, if you give a shit about the Looney Tunes.
Yes.
So now it's time to play the game. So before the game starts, Don Cheadle, Algae Rhythm, gives special powers to LeBron's son Dom. Like he basically wearing like the evil Superman suit, and it's time to go play the game. And
Yep.
He's got powers. Well, right before the game starts, Algae Rhythm, aka Skynet,
Yep.
just starts sucking random people like into the internet through their cell phone. But for some reason he needed LeBron James. Like that's the thing he's butthurt about. So time to start the game. This was the most hard to follow game I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Bruh.
Because every shot was worth some random amount of points.
That was terrible. Yeah, because
they went from 0 points to like 13 to like 75
like
to like
1,000.
300 points.
yeah. So the one part, like when I forget who the spider chick was it Chica? I don't remember her name.
Wait, hold up. We forgot to talk about the Goon Squad.
I love the WNBA.
So LeBron assembled his team, and now it's time for Algae Rhythm to assemble his team.
Yep.
So he used LeBron's son's app to suck in Diana Taurasi.
Yep.
Klay Thompson.
Yep.
Dame Lillard.
Yep.
Anthony
the Brown.
Davis.
Yep.
And who was the tarantula?
Anika.
How do you
I'm a
know
huge
I don't watch
I'm a huge
WNBA?
WNBA fan, but I
He's
just
a liar.
it's slipping my mind. All right,
He's
you
a
know, I'm gonna be
liar.
real.
I know Diana Taurasi.
I haven't seen a game in years, but
So you've been on this podcast lying.
hell yeah. But I still support it. I support the league.
No, he doesn't.
I just don't know anybody really.
Hey, wait till we turn this recording off. He's gonna go fuck WNBA. But all right,
Lies.
So and then they took it a step
Shouts
further.
out to Jarvis, son.
Not only did he suck them into the internet,
Yeah.
he then started combining them with animals. So
Yeah.
he combines
Yeah.
Diana Taurasi with a snake
Yep.
and creates the white mamba. He
Yeah.
combines Klay Thompson with water.
Water.
And makes look at this clever writing, y'all. I'm so impressed by the writing. Wet Fire is his name. Yeah. Sounds like lube.
I was just gonna say. It sounds like something you get at Hustlers.
So and then he combined Anthony Davis with a bird for some weird reason.
Yeah.
He combines the other girl from WNBA with a spider
Anika.
and
Arachnica. It was her name.
it was something dumb. It was real WNBA ish. And I think was that it? Oh
No.
Dame Lillard
Dame
gets
was
turned
time-
into like a time robot,
Yeah.
and they call him Kronos, which makes no sense because like his power is that like he moves super duper fast,
Or
and that's not really Dame Lillard's like game in real life. Like he's not
no,
slow.
he's
but-
not known for his speed.
Yeah,
Also, but Dame time was the thing because he's always doing Dame time.
yeah.
But I will say, what didn't make sense about him, why didn't he put a password on his little watch? Because there was a time at the end where everything starts working for the heroes, where
Yeah.
Granny, because he can control how fast time moves, so Granny sets his watch to just
She barely even touches his watch. Just boom.
Yeah,
turns
to
him
accelerate-
like 100 years
yeah,
old. Or something like
it
that.
accelerates through
Why-
years.
Why is that a feature on a robot?
Right.
Giving him an age.
Why is it even a thing?
I don't understand.
Also,
and why
Put
couldn't-
one password on there. She can't do that.
And why wasn't so? We'll get to this, but Dame comes in at like the end of the game, like in the second half. Why wasn't he in the game the whole time? LeBron wouldn't have had a shot.
No,
Like he's a robot. Like why was he on the bench? He doesn't need a break.
I don't get it.
But anyway, all right. So game starts. Shots are worth random amounts of points.
What's the
What a terrible fucking movie. I'm just sitting here
what's
thinking
the
about
Heroes
it.
team's name?
The Toon Squad.
Toon Squad.
And they changed it to
The bad guys are the-
Goon Squad.
Yeah,
Goons
I told-
versus Toons.
Real clever writing. I told you.
Come
yeah.
on,
Well,
now.
you might as well stick with the
Yo,
Monstars.
But you know what really makes me mad
Yes.
is that these
They should've
movies
stuck
are
with the first
made.
movie.
These movies are made, and I'm broke. Why am I not in this shit? If you're gonna make trash, put me
Yo,
in there, son.
If I had known you could get $250 million for this type of script,
Yeah, I mean?
I should be a billionaire. I could write a better movie. Like in
I
the
could be
next
that
hour.
character, like the dumb dude who looked like Waldo and Eddie Winslow put together. Like I could, I could be his. I could take his role. No one knows him. He's getting paid for this shit.
All right. So
Like,
so
Jesus.
okay. So they get to halftime, and LeBron's team is literally down by like 700 points.
Yes.
It's like 750 to like 12, like something crazy like that. And so at halftime, you know, as they do in movies,
Who
like
are they?
this,
The
it's
Phoenix
underdog.
Suns in the third quarter?
Real life jokes. So a shout out to the NBA Finals.
Yo, Suns are
I
collapsing.
thought I thought the Bucks were gonna get whooped.
Bucks put it, bro.
LeBron, not LeBron.
I respect
Chris
them.
Paul is never gonna get a ring.
No, I don't even
CP3
like. I don't like the Bucks at all. They swept us this year, but man, you gotta give them their respect. And Chris Middleton, that
Yo, I'ma
dude is
just go ahead and
clutch
say
as
it.
fuck.
I'm just go ahein and say it. I don't like Giannis because he's foreign. Sorry. So anyway, so
DJ said that.
So they get to halftime.
I love Greece and
you know,
Nigeria.
like they do in most of these underdog movies. The coach or the best player has to give some type of like rousing speech to get the team
Yes.
together. But before we get there,
Mm-mm.
it's time for another shitty ass joke. So Sylvester the Cat comes running in like, "Yo, I found MJ.
Oh,
I found MJ."
yeah.
They start playing his intro from the Bulls game,
Yeah.
standing at 6'6" from North Carolina. That whole thing. La, you want to guess who it is? It's Michael B. Jordan.
He got the wrong Michael Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan's in it.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't get excited about that. He's only in it for 5 seconds.
It don't matter how much. I wonder how much you got paid.
I'm guessing
Bron's his boy.
a quick 50 grand.
Yeah,
Like, just something
yeah.
light.
I
Something
doubt
light.
that.
Something light.
No, he probably did.
No, okay.
He got 1 mil from
But
that.
then, but then what's so shameful about this shit is the joke they make in the movie is like, you brought us Michael B. Jordan. We wanted Michael A. Jordan.
His middle name doesn't start with
his
A.
middle name's Jeffrey. What
Yeah.
are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it was just everything about it was just like It was almost like the writers challenged themselves to be like, what is the worst possible movie?
But I
we
thought
can
about
make?
but I thought about this too though. As a kid, when I watched Space Jam, I loved Space Jam. I got a little older and rewatched it. I was like, man, this movie fucking sucks. And now I'm watching
Don't blaspheme
No.
like that in here.
No, be honest. The original Space
can
Jam,
fight.
it's not as bad as the new one.
But you watched it as a child.
Exactly.
So,
So I'm thinking to myself,
and it wasn't 2 hours long.
I'm starting to
Movies
think-
back
I
then
started
were
thinking to
only,
myself,
like 80-minute run
there
time.
may be like some kids out there who actually enjoy this. And I started thinking more to myself.
I don't want those kids in my life.
I started thinking more to myself. Was I a fucking idiot? Were we all idiots to enjoy the first Space Jam?
So we were idiots, but Space Jam is way better than this new horseshit they're trying to feed
Yeah,
us.
it's trash.
Like, that movie literally made me believe I could fly.
That's true.
Like, that was one of the most inspirational movies I had ever seen in my life.
I mean, would you rather go
We
through a
perform-
server portal or fall into a golf hole?
True, that is how it happened. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, right? So they make the Michael B. Jordan, Michael A. Jordan joke, and then he goes, "Good luck, guys," and then he walks off, and you never see him again. So the whole epiphany they have when he talks about Michael B. Jordan versus Michael A. Jordan, LeBron is like, "I want you guys to come out there and play harder," and the Looney Tunes are like, "Well, we can't be you, LeBron," and he literally stops and goes,
"Oh,
they can't be me." Like, this is the level of shit we're watching in this movie. And then he goes, "I got it, guys. I know how we're going to win. Just be yourselves."
Wow.
Like, that's the big epiphany of the movie.
All right,
Just
first
be
of all,
yourself.
I got a big question to ask y'all right now. Top players of all
You can't
time.
have that long of a pause on a
Top,
podcast.
yes, I can. Top players of
It's a
all time.
pregnant pause.
What would you rank between Jordan and LeBron? Who you putting over who?
Hey, I don't want to hear none of that LeBron shit ever again. Michael Jordan would never.
The
Not
greatest.
this
The
track.
greatest, right?
Never.
The greatest, right?
Never.
You telling me after playing with Jordan, you weren't inspired enough already? You ain't been through this before?
And what's crazy is
They
spent a
referenced
whole
it.
bunch of the movie talking about how they've done this already
Yes.
before. Now all of a sudden they don't know how to play basketball.
Yeah.
LeBron had to tell them to be themselves.
Oh, it
I
does.
still feel like they should have made a joke about how
This
LeBron
movie-
ain't MJ.
This movie's deep as hell.
Like, one of them should have said it to him.
Gatorade had a song on their commercials said, "I want to be like Mike." Everybody wanted to be like Mike. So back then you were trying to be like the person. They were trying to be like Mike back then.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, if we do the same thing and try to be like Bron. And Bron was like, no.
Oh, that's why y'all suck.
Bron was like, nah, be yourself.
It was so stupid. And then it made him have like a flashback to a conversation with his kid where his kid was like, "You never just let me do me." It was trash.
You're right.
So they go out in the second half and they fuck the Goon Squad up off just being themselves. Like, it didn't make no sense. And here's what kills me, right? So at the beginning of the game, Algae Rhythm mentions, hey, if they lose, all these people got to stay in here forever. And LeBron's son is just like, word, I'm still on the bad guys team. Like, he doesn't recognize the stakes either. It's like, yo, if you win, your family's going to die.
Your family's gonna die.
Like, your mom, dead.
So
Your
is it-
3-year-old sister,
Dead.
dead. Like, your brother who you seem to like,
But it
dead.
don't matter. Be yourself.
Yo, it
So
was
kids
stupid.
used to be like, have you done your homework? Nah, I'm an idiot. I'm just trying to be myself. I'm just trying
Mom, Dad, let me do me.
let me do me. Now I'm gonna play
LeBron
this
told
game. I'm
you,
good.
Let me do me.
I'm gonna be myself, Mom.
And so LeBron gives them the whole, be yourself speech, and then he pulls out a whiteboard and hands Bugs a marker. Bugs, you know what to do.
Mm.
Give him the game plan. It's like, yo, what the fuck are we talking about?
Come on,
Y'all
man.
are drawing up plays. Oh, and that was the best part. During the game, LeBron's like calling out defenses.
Yeah.
Against the Goon Squad. It's like he's calling out defensive sets like it's a real NBA game. Like, who wrote this shit?
He in a 2-3 zone
Yeah, he's like,
with
"Get
Bugs
back, get
Bunny
back,
and
zone.
fucking
What are you
Porky
talking
Pig.
about?
Yeah.
They had fucking superpower. Anthony Davis could fly in this movie. Klay Thompson literally turned to water and went under the court.
This man
what
trying to-
defense you got for that?
Yeah, he trying to run a pick and roll against the fucking Goon Squad.
Here's what didn't make no sense to me, right? So the Goon Squad uses all their powers in the first half.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden in the second half, they don't know how to use the powers no
I
more?
thought about that too. It was like, all of a sudden, they were just dumb.
Like Anthony
Nothing
Davis
works.
could literally block anything. There was no goaltending. Like there was literally nothing you could not do.
It-
There was a point
It was
in the
NBA
game,
blitz.
LeBron's kid jump. So you know the big jumbotron that's usually at like the top of the arena.
Yeah.
The kid jumps through that to catch an alley oop and then come down and dunk. And somehow y'all lost.
So the Toon Squad doesn't have any
No,
special power.
no, none. That's the problem with this whole fucking.
Oh,
movie.
wait. They did in the first half, but once they started being themselves,
What is this, Mortal Kombat?
they had power in the mind.
Like Road Runner could run really fast and create a smoke screen so the defense
Also-
couldn't see him. Like,
also,
what are you
why?
doing?
Why?
And then during the second half, Wile E. Coyote invents a machine called the multiplier, where he took the ball and put it in there. It shot out like 100 balls that all like landed.
Because-
in the
He
basket.
just
because
make it
appa-
into a bomb. or
Because
something.
apparently, when you score, the other team doesn't take the ball out. When like it's it's just like you just keep on scoring.
All 100 shots that came out the machine counted, so it's just running up the Toon Squad.
You know
score.
what? The biggest idiots of all this is us.
Oh, I was still watching. I was like, I'm here.
Yeah, we are the dumbest.
And then then they get closer because all of a sudden it is so LeBron does some copycat bullshit. So most of y'all might not be old enough to remember this, but there was a video game. It was called Michael Jordan. I think it was called like Chaos in the Windy City. On the cover of the game, he's standing there with a flaming basketball that's like sort of blue and then it's like orange on the end. LeBron literally does that pose in the movie and dunks a ball that's like blue and orange flaming like as he dunks it. Here's what didn't make sense to me, right? So we've already established I've been thinking way too hard about the shit happening in this movie.
It'd be a shorter conversation if you tell me what does make sense, but continue.
But they have shots in the movie that are worth like 200 points. He dunks a flaming basketball from like full court.
Yeah.
It counts for like 2 points.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like, what's up with this scoring system?
Also, at the end, like his last dunk, when he kept bouncing off shit, he takes off from half court, and there's 6 seconds. No, 6 or 12. I think it was 6 seconds left.
Something like that.
That was the longest 6 seconds ever.
And here's what's crazy is, so after that dunk, the Toon Squad is up by 1 point or 2 points, something like that.
Yeah.
So it is at that point that LeBron's son realizes, damn, this guy Algae Rhythm ain't really my friend.
You don't
He's
say.
gonna kill my whole fucking family. Probably shouldn't be on this team. And he just jumps over to LeBron's team. And LeBron's not like, the fuck took you so you were gonna let our whole family die because you were mad at me because you wanted to build a video game. Like you were gonna let all of us die.
Yeah.
Because you had a grudge against
Yeah.
me.
Basically.
Like, no, I would have been like, get off my team. Go back over there with your new daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we win, you staying in here. You're not my son no more.
I just keep getting lost. What a terrible fucking movie. Why? You don't take this long for a sequel.
And okay, so the big finale to the movie.
James Cameron, if Avatar 2 is bad,
Avatar 1 was bad, but we'll talk about that a little later.
false.
It's a Pocahontas ripoff.
So?
Say I'm wrong.
But it was great.
No, it wasn't. It was
Someone
literally-
did.
Yo, son.
Someone did watch it in 3D at the IMAX.
No. The shit they couldn't get in the movie. Tell me what it was called. The research.
Unobtainium. It's a terrible.
Unobtainium?
Yeah, it's a terrible name.
What? So tell me something good about the movie other than the graphics. Go. Exactly. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to Space
The
Jam.
graphics are dope.
Avatar 1 was trash. No, y'all got fooled by 3D. The movie wasn't good.
I've
I
never seen
loved it.
I've never seen it.
It's
Great
not
movie.
good. Don't wish. It's bad.
Great
It's
movie.
bad. It's about like handicapped people becoming able-bodied by going
That's
to
because
this
he
machine. Like,
see what first thing he said? Because he hates handicapped people.
no, I don't. I know I
Both of y'all
don't.
do.
No, I don't.
What?
I just don't want to watch a movie that's 2 hours of a handicapped man trying to live out his
I
able-bodied
went-
dreams, which is what Avatar is.
I supported the Midget Wrestling Federation. I paid top money, had a great time. I love it.
and
I love
honestly,
handicap.
it's kind of triggering.
That's not
because
even
it's
handicap.
about-
I'm sorry.
It's kind of triggering because it's about colonialism and robbing native peoples of stuff they didn't know they had.
Now I will say
That's
now
literally what it's
now
about.
that my third eye is open, I do realize that these white people got to chill.
He out here supporting the patriarchy. But anyway, let's come back. Let's come back
The
to Space Jam.
patriarchy.
So the big grand finale is okay. So LeBron's son jumps ship over to LeBron's
Yeah.
team. He's now on the Toon Squad.
Mhm.
So now Algae Rhythm is like, I got to take things into my own hands.
What's he gonna do?
Stands there, looks strong. Then all of a sudden, boop, 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 boop. He's just buff as hell. Like got all these muscles.
Yep.
And he was like, all right, it's game time. And then for whatever reason, they had Dame Lillard on the bench this entire fucking time.
Yeah.
He comes back into the game.
Mhm.
Then we totally changed the rules of the game because they had these like special spots on the court where if you step on it, you could jump really, really high.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's son picks up the spot off the court,
Frisbee that shit.
throws it like a frisbee.
Mhm.
LeBron bounces on it in the air and then gets over the defender.
Yep.
And the Toon Squad ends up winning the game. Here was the crazy thing to me. All right, so Toon Squad wins. why didn't Don Cheadle just kill him anyway? Why did he accept that they lost the basketball game? He could have been like, y'all ain't going nowhere.
It seems like you're not understanding that nothing has made sense, but all of a sudden you want it to make sense
No,
at the end.
But I'm just saying, if your motivation is to win
Yeah.
and keep LeBron, number one, he should have been cheating the entire
Exactly.
time.
That was my whole point. Why do you have to
Why
have
did
a
they
game?
Need it to lose or win.
Exactly. That was the
But
big.
what is the
That was
thing?
my
It's
big
like, well,
question.
if LeBron stays here, you save my whatever.
LeBron's
that-
kid should have got shot 20 minutes into the movie, if we're being honest.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now if you're
Like,
gonna
he
have
should
a
just be like, look, your kid is dying if you
Yeah.
don't do this.
easy. That's,
And
That's
here-
it, just dying.
Yes.
here's what's weird to me, right? So this stadium or this arena, I'm gonna say conservatively, let's say for the sake of argument, 2,000 people from the real world got sucked in. It looked like a lot more than that, but let's say 2,000 people. Nobody seemed like disturbed, impressed, or shocked that they'd been sucked into the fucking internet.
That's what I was about to bring
Like
up.
they were all just cheering for a basketball game. And they didn't start cheering for the Toon Squad till the second half. It was like
Yeah.
they didn't understand if the Toon Squad loses, y'all are dead.
that's what I'm
You're
saying.
never seeing your families again.
That's what. Thank you.
And once the Toon Squad wins and they come back to the real world,
Mhm.
shouldn't this have been a bigger fucking news story?
You would
That
think.
2,000 people disappeared for like an hour
Yeah.
and like lived to tell the tale
It went to
were
like
in the internet,
a whole different like universe basically.
and that Warner Brothers has created Skynet and they rule the world.
Yo, Warner Bros. Out of control, son.
Like nobody thought anything of it. And like the movie ends with LeBron tricking his son. His son thought he was going to basketball camp, but he took him to like video game coding camp. And like that's how the movie ends. Yeah. See the
I'm-
look on your face? That was my face the whole time I was watching.
I'm thinking to myself, Warner Brother,
That's it.
are they
didn't,
good
like,
at-
Yes.
They didn't have like a big moment. It's like I know that you're very.
is Warner Brother good at finishing?
Speech.
When he drops him off at camp, he's like, I'm gonna let you do you. It's like Jesus Christ, LeBron.
That's a grand. That's
Is there a
line.
franchise that Warner Brother owns that has a good sequel, or that they're good at finishing, like a franchise that's good at ending? Game of Thrones screwed that up. Matrix, the third one was terrible.
I would argue we didn't need the second one. Like
We
I got
didn't.
it the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, get your paper.
Is there a good a franchise they're good at like continuing? None of the DC films are good.
I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. The Snyder cut was kind of fire. It took 4 hours to get to the fucking point, but it wasn't bad.
It wasn't. It was better than the
It
original.
was better than that abomination.
That's all.
they
It was
put
just
out
better
in
than the
theaters.
original. It wasn't amazing.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. The first Wonder Woman movie was decent.
Again,
The second
second
one was
was
trash.
trash.
exactly. They might start off strong, but they don't know how to like keep things going.
Okay, and let me say this real
I
quick.
remember doing like I've only said like two like
84
at
was
the end of
terrible.
84 was like fuck this movie, and I said that again at the Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. Fuck this movie. As soon as
I
it
haven't
ends.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
I watched like the first 10 minutes of Army of the Dead. I don't know where it's
You
going.
should watch it and then do this again
But-
because
but-
I is so mad.
So I
at
got
that movie.
I got a quick
Mm.
question before we wrap up with Space Jam and Wonder Woman 1984. Now you know I'm not into the whole cancel culture thing, like Me Too, whatever. Just keep
True.
your hands to yourself is my general opinion.
True.
But Wonder Woman 1984, if you haven't seen it, then you won't care about this part.
Shit's
But
Doo doo.
so her man comes back in the body of someone else. Like his consciousness comes back in the body of someone else. She fucks him. What? Like the dude whose body he was in,
Mhm.
what happened to his consent?
Hey, she's a girl
And also,
I feel like I had this conversation with
who's
someone.
an
and
Amazon,
also,
so she can do what she wants.
okay, so let's say let's say this is your boyfriend. You love him to death, and you believe that his consciousness is in this other man's body. Could you still fuck the other dude?
So I don't know what Wonder Woman see or Diane Prince. Does she see the new body? Because of course in our visual effects it's Chris Pine.
Well,
But
they
does she see Chris Pine
Well,
or
no,
does she see the
no,
other person?
she sees the shell, the
I don't
other
know,
guy.
I don't know about her, but they definitely established that other people see just the guy, not
Yeah.
Chris Pine. They see that guy whose body it is.
So does she, though. I'm pretty sure she does too.
So could you just bang some random dude who you may or may not be attracted to just because your dead boyfriend's spirit is in his body? Like that part didn't make any sense
I
to me.
would.
you can definitely find out
I
somebody really
would
likes you,
be
though.
Really, really freaked out. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And here's the other thing that
Because
was
he comes
weird
with
to
this
me.
uncircumcised penis. He's like, I'm not used to this.
So wait. Not only that, but what if it's like the voice of the shell dude? Like how can you fuck
Mm.
that?
Yeah.
Like to
Well,
me, I
okay,
feel like that.
hold
Like
on.
he
Here's
comes
the
out sound like
one.
Mike Tyson. You like,
I know they went through a big adventure, and he died like what 60
a long time ago.
long time ago.
You should
and he-
really get over it by then.
And you should try to really get over it. This
I mean,
point,
maybe
if it's
she was
1984.
addicted to what the dick did.
She was
Maybe he
They
broke
didn't
her
sleep
off.
together, didn't they?
Bars.
They
He was
slept together,
Oh,
didn't
wait.
they, in the first
Oh wait,
one?
no, I think he does die.
He just dies.
Yes.
Like they.
Here's the other thing I didn't
They're
get right.
doing this mission together, and then he dies.
Here's what
'Cause
I
he's
didn't.
not a
Here's what
superhero.
I didn't understand. All right, so this magic, this wish box. I didn't mean to do like a Wonder Woman deep dive, but this wish box.
No one does
This wish box can do anything.
anything.
Why not just bring him back to life? Like, why put him in somebody else's body? Why not just be him? Like, why did his spirit have to be in the shell?
I
Of
don't
Have
know,
we
maybe,
unlocked-
Maybe his
But
shell
the wish
was
box
like.
could do anything.
Guys, I'm telling you, sequels in Warner Brothers just don't make sense.
I was so mad about the whole character. They made her like this great, and then she became just every other freaking woman. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
And-
my boyfriend.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
miss him so much.
Oh,
He reminded me
also-
of Wonder Woman.
Y'all are
My girl
all
brought
the
a
same.
really good point, especially in my girl brought a really good point, especially in superhero movies. If you ever notice, the dudes are always like wrinkled, and the girls always have smooth ass faces. There's never a wrinkled like lady unless she's mad
Well, I
old.
feel like, first of all, my beef with Wonder Woman is like, if you look at the comic books, she's supposed to be an Amazonian,
Yes,
and they were mad diesel,
yeah,
and they picked the skinniest
Petite,
girl they
yeah,
could find to
yeah.
be Wonder Woman. And then on top of that, because Gal Gadot can't fucking act and can't do an American accent, they
Gal
made
Gadot.
all the Amazonians do like a shitty French accent. It's like, why not just get
but
an
shouldn't
actress?
they have like a Greek accent?
I
or-
would think.
Yeah, and she
'Cause
like
why would they be French?
yeah, it makes no sense.
Are they supposed to be French?
Yeah, because Gal Gadot
Oh.
literally cannot do
Gal
an American
Gadot.
accent. Gail,
Yeah, it is
Gal,
Gal,
whatever.
yeah.
But
But
they
she's Israeli, so
so
that's
because
what-
I watched in some like behind the scenes stuff about it, and she was just talking about how she can't do accents, and so that's why they try to make everybody else match her accent for all the Amazonians.
Oh, that's trash.
and so why not just get an actress who could do the accent you wanted?
Tiffany Amber Thiessen can do it.
Oh, what can't Tiffany Amber Thiessen do?
Break my heart.
I mean, facts. That's a Fendi.
That's a 50.
But all right, anything else you want to say about Space Jam?
I don't know who's the next big star going to be in the NBA in the next 20 years, but just leave it alone,
Yo, let this be a lesson.
please.
All money ain't good money.
No,
Because MJ would never. He would have never been in this bullshit ass sequel. Never.
that's
I'm
why they
sure-
got Michael B. Jordan instead.
I promise you, I promise you, they asked the real Michael Jordan to make
Yeah.
a cameo. He read that script and was like, "Nah, son."
No, you know what he said?
Nah.
You know what he said? Fuck them kids.
This movie is an absolute abomination, and I say that as somebody who I like to watch shitty movies. Like I get a certain
Same.
amount of enjoyment out of watching
Same.
a shitty but entertaining movie.
Mhm.
This movie fails on every level. The plot is trash. The writing is trash. LeBron's acting is trash.
Trash.
And to me, like the biggest sin you can commit as a comedy movie is not being fucking funny.
Yeah. So, La, I know you only watched the first 25 minutes, right?
yes.
So I won't even ask what your score is. But out of 10, 10 being amazing, 10 being Avatar, 1 being just
What?
trash, 0
Stop-
being trash. I know, I'm
stop
playing. I
doing
was
that.
playing.
That-
That was a joke.
low,
That was a
low
joke.
bar.
That was a joke.
Yeah,
Avatar's like a 6.
Avatar 1 was a joke.
Avatar's a 6. But 0 being terrible, 10 being just a classic. Where do you rate Space Jam
I
2,
didn't even think it's
A New Legacy?
I don't. It's my 25 minutes. I don't even want to rank it.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't watch it, so.
I know. I don't care. It's not. It wasn't. I don't even.
No,
wanna
you
give it
shouldn't.
my
No,
thought.
I already
I
know
didn't
what
want
yours.
to give it my thought to even rank it. That's how
Yeah.
much it sucked for me the first 25
She's
minutes.
spending
That
no
was
more
terrible.
time on this movie.
Don't let her influence your score, sir. What do you think?
You said scale of 1 to 10,
Yes.
-7. This movie was trash.
Ah.
It was in the words of my Uncle Cliff, garbage.
Garbage.
It was
So
garbage.
I give it a 1.8, which rounds to a 2, and I'm gonna tell you why.
All right, go ahead.
The only reason I'm giving it such a high score, the only reason I got you. The only reason I'm giving it such a high score is because the special effects. It looked good. That was it. Nothing else made sense. The acting was bad. I don't know if there really was a plot.
I mean, there was a thing that is probably labeled as a plot.
Yeah, but,
it was trash.
Yeah, but for the natural, I don't know. It was just terrible. I don't even know what I'm saying now. Anyway,
All right. The point is that movie fucking sucked.
If you
our-
watched
our
it, you
deep
agree?
dive is way more entertaining than the actual movie. I promise. As the kids say, no cap.
no cap.
Um,
Oh God.
but on that note, speaking of athletes,
Yeah.
there was a gentleman this week who was wrongly accused of a
what?
crime that he did not commit.
Welcome.
It's your boy Richard Sherman.
Sherm.
So
Stanford's
do you wanna-
finest.
Do you want to tell the people what Richard did in
Uh,
pursuit of a happy family?
So I don't know the details, but I'm gonna tell you what I do know about it. My boy was trying to get into his in-laws' house, right?
Mm-hmm.
his wife was in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the door was locked, and they didn't want him in there because he was very intoxicated. Am I wrong? Have I messed up yet?
So no. All right. So what we know is he had a lovers quarrel. So Richard and his wife Ashley, they were having beef. Sometimes couples they go through things that happens in the course of a normal, healthy relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So what we know is at about 1:00 in the morning, Richard, who may or may not have been drunk, but that's his business. He's an adult. He can have some cocktails if he wants to. Was in a 1-car accident where he slammed into a pole and he got out the car and bounced, as one should do, because fuck 12. So that was at 1 a.m. At about 4 a.m., the cops got called by his in-laws saying that their son-in-law was outside. He was drunk and he was threatening to kill himself and was trying to get in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, if you're trying to get your family back, why wouldn't you threaten to kill yourself? How is that not the swaggiest shit you could do in that situation?
I'm gonna go with that's a terrible idea, but explain yourself.
So, I mean, if you're trying to get your family back, like if you really sincerely and truly want your family back, short of physically hurting somebody, what wouldn't you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and not threaten suicide.
Why not?
I'm gonna tell you
that's gonna help us get down to brass tacks. We're gonna find out if you really don't want to be with me.
because anytime someone threatens suicide, I feel like it's a weak play.
Okay, wait. Have you ever threatened to kill yourself? To a
No,
girl?
no,
Grow up.
exactly.
Grow up.
And that's why I don't.
I've done it. It works.
I can't do it, man.
Why not?
It's trash.
Then you don't like her that much.
I don't.
Okay, so
Not
then
to kill myself.
That's about you. That's not about Richard. Richard does love his family that much that he's willing to be like, yo,
No, he don't.
I'm going to hit self-checkout if you don't come outside
No.
and talk to me right now.
No, he hates himself that much that he's threatened suicide.
He wants his family back. He knows his kids need a dad, and he's willing to die if that's
Hey
what he gotta
guys,
do.
you need your dad back, and if you don't let me in, you won't have a dad.
You don't see how that's an effective tactic?
Time heals
Okay,
all
okay,
wounds,
well,
brother.
All right, let's watch this. Watch.
But you know it's not a wound. Suicide. You're dead. There's no heals.
Watch. La, you're the only woman in the room. If there was a man you were
That means
really
about to
in
get
love
the
with,
worst perspective.
No,
I'm just
just
kidding. I'm just joking. I love you, La.
And-
Rude.
I'm just
Okay.
joking. I respect
okay,
you.
let's say there's a man you really, really love. Y'all going through some beef. He wants to talk to you, but you don't feel like talking right then. He's like, look, La, if you don't come out right now and talk to me, I'm going to kill myself. What would your reaction be?
It's already happened to me.
Oh, let's
Wait,
go.
Oh,
If-
you just
You
sitting
don't
on
have to
this
use any
information?
names if you don't want, but you should. You don't have to use.
It would
I'm
be
just
funny
kidding.
if you did.
You just make up some names.
Okay.
His name is
Go
Fleb.
ahead. Go ahead.
What?
Fleb.
Fleb.
All right. Explain to us how what Richard was doing was actually heartwarming and very charming. Go.
My guy.
I wouldn't say it's heartwarming and charming.
I mean, I think
would
so.
say
He was willing to
it's-
die about this love.
That
Isn't
ain't-
that what y'all want?
No, that ain't.
You want a man who's willing to die?
Whoa, misogynist.
No,
This
he
what you
was-
want?
When he did it, he was unstable and desperate,
Okay.
and that's the only card he could play for me to.
Unstable is also charming.
That's weak,
yeah?
son. That is weak.
It's just because he
You're
used
taking away
it
free
to
will.
manipulate me.
Exactly.
Is it manipulation?
manipulative.
If I
It depends on what the kind of
No,
relationship.
no.
That's
If you
the
don't,
part
wait,
if
of
you don't break me in the
manipulation.
house, I'm gonna kill myself.
but I'm saying if I manipulate you so that we can be together, isn't that love?
No, it's
Uh,
manipulation.
wait.
Too short.
Wait, hold on.
What's my favorite word?
It's
Bitch,
emotional.
that's what you been.
It's emotional hostage.
But what if you love him? And just in that moment, you're not in your right mind, and he's helping you see past that current moment. And it's like, look, we're gonna be together.
All right.
So I'm gonna do whatever I have to do so that
All
we
right.
can do that.
Okay, time out.
I don't think it's heartwarming and charming. I don't
No.
want to take that, but it is.
But he loves you.
Bro,
But why?
bruh.
He's
But-
willing to die
Question.
if he cannot be with you because he
Question.
loves you
No,
so much.
Okay,
Question.
I want to take Terrell's side on this. It's like, but
Thank you.
he's
So the
willing to
wrong
take
side.
charge.
That's fine. Go ahead.
But I'm saying is that why would you
Okay.
threaten to kill yourself? There's something.
Because
There
it's
is
swag.
some,
What are
the
you
thing
talking
is,
about?
There is a difference between
Yeah, if you're a mental
dying
health
for someone, like
victim.
if your family was in harm, to die for them,
Mhm.
but
Different.
not take them yourself out of their lives because
Time out.
But
you're-
wait,
y'all
hold
are
on.
feuding.
I love
This
you
how you-
so much that if I can't be with you, life ain't worth living.
Don't worry, I got this. This is how you know your
That's-
side's
you could
terrible.
Say that. You could say that.
This how you know
I was
your-
gonna say, I'm gonna shoot myself in the head.
Nah, this is how you know your
It's the
side.
same. It's 6 of one.
No,
half
it's not.
dozen of the
This is
other.
how you know your side's terrible.
Tomato.
Have you
It's like I'm not
Actually,
saying,
I already know you
back
have.
out here. I'm gonna go home.
I already
and
know
shoot
the answer.
myself in the
I already know
head.
the
That's a little
answer
different.
because everyone has.
Technically, he said he was going to do it on the lawn, but that's fine. Go
I know
ahead.
the answer because everyone's done this. Have you ever sent a drunk text?
Yes.
Have you ever woke up the next day and said, "Oh, that was a good idea"?
Yes.
Yes.
What? What's
Yeah.
wrong with y'all?
Usually, if I say it, I mean it.
Yeah. All right, get out of here.
I mean, I've also had moments where like, ooh,
Hey,
that was stupid.
See, some of us stand behind what we say. That's why you can't understand Richard saying, "Look, I'm ready to check on out of here if I can't be with
Bullshit.
you.
My guy.
Because that's you haven't experienced
My
real
guy.
love.
But
I
he
think
said
it's
he
a
wants to
problem.
do it on law. He's going to traumatize
My guy.
his family.
You don't love them if you're threatening to take your life.
Yes.
No, you
That's
don't.
how much I love them. That if I can't have them, I don't want to be here no more. This
Son.
life shit ain't for me if I can't be
Son,
with her.
if you have kids, at some point they're gonna grow up. You can
And they're gonna hear how-
you can mend all that shit, but if they're like 6 and 10 or whatever they are, you just can't take your life.
You're
You're gonna
hear-
fuck them up
No,
for the
no,
rest of
you
your
gonna-
life.
I know, especially if you're going to
You're gonna fuck them up, son.
You're gonna hear how much daddy loved you and how selfish mommy was being by not just coming outside and speaking to me. Think about it. No, wait, no.
What are you
for
going
real,
to make
for
a
real,
bad play on the mom
for real,
now?
for real, yes, for real. Listen,
Oh,
listen,
good
listen.
Lord.
I
Listen,
think you're crazy.
If all he wants is for you to come outside and talk to him, and you said no, kill yourself. She's selfish. Tell
Wrong.
me I'm wrong.
Wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Both
Wrong.
of y'all are so. I don't know.
Wrong,
This
'cause the
is
problem is-
terrible.
You are an NFL cornerback, a very good one. You're pretty strong. You're a big guy.
Mhm.
You are very aggressive right now. If you look at the video,
Because y'all are making me be aggressive.
no, son. If you look at the video, you trying to just destroy the strongest door ever made by any company.
Yo, son, he wouldn't wild out if you would just do what he said.
That is the worst setup.
How? How? He was like, I love you. I want to talk to you. Come outside so we can talk.
I don't want to talk to you right now. You're drunk, is what she's saying. Relax. We'll talk later, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, all that's fair. Once we get to the decision point of either come outside and talk to daddy or daddy's going to kill himself, if you choose to stay inside,
If you,
who's
all
the
right,
bad parent?
all right. I'm gonna
Yes,
tell you,
wait,
the one who
wait,
killed
wait,
himself.
Wait, no, what? All
The
right,
one who
think-
killed himself.
Think about it from
'Cause
this
you weak.
perspective. Think about it from this perspective.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Well,
so La. Okay, so let's say
Straight
you know,
like that.
these are obviously not your actual parents, but let's just say you were one of Richard Sherman's kids, right?
Her parents
and-
never called me.
And you're let's say you're 18 or 19 now.
I love them. They don't love me back.
Let's say you're 18 or 19 now,
I love
right?
you, babe.
And you
parents.
find out the truth of what happened, and you find out that daddy said, come out, tell to mom, come outside and talk to me, or I'm gonna kill myself. She said no, and he killed himself. Would you not at some point ask, Mom, why didn't you just go outside? Because the mom is selfish. That's all I'm saying.
No, okay.
You know what?
We're
You
gonna
know
make
what?
this
You know what kid would say
argument.
that?
What? But they need to understand what was the point of the relationship. Why was he out of the house? What?
Look,
like,
he
what-
cheated. Grow up. It
No,
happens.
you know what kid would say something like that? The same dumbass kids who watch Space Jam 2 and enjoy it. Smart.
No, stop. Let's be honest.
I'm talking about grown. We should talk about
Well, I'm
grown
saying-
people loving
I'm
Space
saying-
Jam too now.
But I'm saying,
Yeah,
once,
Yeah,
you're,
like
an,
the kids are
once
good-
you're an
kids are
adult as a
kids.
kid, if you found out your dad died because your mom would not come outside and talk to him,
But was
you
it?
wouldn't ask your
But
mom,
was
like,
it an
why didn't you
empty
just talk to him?
threat? Was it an empty threat?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're just not a smart adult at that point.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you believe
If you can't
Richard-
understand that just dumbass dudes like, if you don't talk to him, kill myself.
because he loves her.
I don't care. Don't
He
kill
loves
yourself.
her.
I don't care. The world does not end that night if she doesn't talk to you.
In his mind, it does.
You're the fucking idiot. That's what I'm saying. That's the point.
No, so
That
be
you're in the
clear-
wrong.
Be clear. I didn't say he was smart.
Ignorance is not
the
bliss.
The only thing I have
At
said
this point.
is that he loves his family.
Yes.
And that his
Nothing
wife
wrong
is
with that.
being selfish by driving him to the point of killing himself.
He's been
I
selfish.
think they're both being
Yeah,
selfish.
it might be true.
How about that? If
Yeah,
that
'cause
makes you
that's
feel
fine.
That's
any
true.
better about
Yes,
the
yes.
inside of
I'll
the
take that.
argument.
I'll take
So,
that.
again, I didn't say Richard wasn't selfish. I just said the mom was. Because y'all were painting her like she was an angel, like she was a victim in the scenario.
How about like the mom doesn't have to come out?
I've
Send the
never said
freaking
that.
Kids out there.
No, okay, you probably shouldn't send the kids out there. He's drunk and
Also-
wilding. That's probably like not safe.
Also, this brother
But-
ain't got FaceTime. We can't FaceTime it.
No,
Someone video
because
recorded, right?
certain well, it was a
No,
Ring
it's a
doorbell.
Nest. Yeah, a ring.
Oh, so what? Someone was.
There's certain
Pretty
shit
good.
you can only iron out face to face, and so it's like if I'm out here,
According to.
I'm just saying if I'm out here fucking these hoes, and you and the kids moved out the house, we got to work this out face
Oh,
to face. We
I just
can't
realized
text
that's a
about
real
this.
bitch move though. You can't cheat on her. She gets mad at you, don't want to talk to you, and you say, "I'm gonna kill myself if you don't talk to me, son."
Yeah, because that's what narcissists do. Again, I didn't say Richard Sherman was mentally well. All I'm saying is
All
that
you
he's
saying
being
is
driven
I've been
by
right this
love.
entire time. I understand.
No, I'm saying he's being driven by love and mental instability.
All you
But
saying
all
is
I'm just saying that love is in the mix. It's
all,
really my
all
point.
you saying is I've been correct is that it's
Does he
ridiculous
have
to
a
kill yourself.
prenup?
I'm
Yeah,
guessing
it's
not.
something that you need.
I'm thinking
to
if
have.
you
Okay,
had a
maybe
prenup,
that's
you don't
why.
act like this. I'm just saying.
I was like, come talk to me because if you're gonna take.
If you had a
50%.
prenup, it's more like
All
bye.
I've
want the
learned-
kids
Cheating
anyway.
is fault.
Now, to
Cheating.
be clear, I don't know.
Infidelity.
I don't know that he cheated, but you don't act like this
All
if
right,
you didn't cheat.
all
I'm
right,
sorry.
Okay, we're gonna get past. Let's get to the NFL season, and you are like the number one wide receiver, and guess who's lined up in front of you? Richard Sherman. What kind of bullshit? You talking shit? You have. What are you saying to him?
I mean, if you see how the
Too
way he
bad-
treated that front door,
too bad
I just feel
Crabtree's not still playing.
I'm not touching that
Yeah.
situation personally
So,
because he'd probably choke the life out you on the field.
bro, he's a cornerback.
What are you gonna do?
You
Like,
big on that sidewalk, but on that field, you're one of the smaller ones.
yeah, I mean, we might jump you.
Yo, I'm
I mean,
talking my shit.
I think it depends on which wide receiver you are.
DK Metcalf.
Oh yeah, Ashley's box was mad wet last night. I love hanging out with your in-laws, and then you got to call the kids by name.
Yeah.
That'll get them going. But because the legal system recognized that he was just driven by love, he just wanted his family to be reunited.
Now
he immediately got released from jail.
Yeah. Now I would say on some real shit, just on some real shit. I do
That's
know
not what this podcast is for, but go ahead.
I'm just gonna put it out there. I do know like a lot of NFL players, especially, deal with a lot of fucking like head injuries and head trauma. So it could be some shit just going up here that's just not okay.
Well, here's
A lot
what
of
I
brain
said.
damage.
If you want to have an honest conversation, so my cousin's husband was not like an NFL star, but he was in the NFL for like one season, then got
Mhm.
cut, and then played like some CFL stuff like that. So he has played some high level football.
Yeah.
I would argue not that he's bipolar, but it's like some of the conversations we've had. So he was a defensive lineman, and he
So
talks
he's
about
always
like the
clashing.
mentality that like they drill into you that like basically you want to have this type of like violent aggression like
Mhm.
every time you're on the field.
Yep.
And he was talking about how just okay, you practice for 2 to 3 hours a day. You're lifting weights. You're in the meetings talking more about this violent aggression.
Mhm.
You get out there on the field. You got to literally be violent with these other grown ass men.
Yeah.
He was saying how like sometimes it's hard to turn that shit off.
Yep.
Like you get off the field and it's just like you spend more time in that world of violent aggression
Yeah.
than you do in like the regular world. And sometimes it's hard to just like not bug out every
Turn
time
it off.
somebody says something.
It kind of reminds me of like a lesser version of like a soldier coming back from war.
That's why I think everyone should go to therapy.
No,
For sure.
facts. I want to go.
Especially those
I just
who
want
are
to go to
violent
one for
advocates.
sure. I promote therapy to the fullest. Also, listeners and viewers, if you're having trouble, please call. I'm just kidding.
This is
Actually, you
not
probably
mad.
you
This
should
is
put
not
that
mad.
body because we already talked about suicide. We do not condone.
yeah, I mean,
If you don't know the number, just look up fucking Logic's
To be
discography.
clear, I condone threats of suicide, not actual suicide. Just so we're clear.
Unless you're not really
Yes.
promoting anything in society, we don't really need you. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my god!
Gotta keep it nasty, baby.
And we just had a meeting about this. But no, I feel like
You remember "Kill Yourself" was like the comeback?
oh no,
Like
on the
people always
internet-
tell you that. Like,
no,
yeah,
I used
kill
to say
yourself.
end yourself on the internet. That was like my
But
number one comment.
yeah.
Anytime somebody disagree with me, even if they made good points, end yourself.
End yourself.
End yourself. This reminds me of have I talked on the podcast about how I started an internet gang at one point?
Enlighten us.
Okay, so real quick story. So, you know, they have certain like rules of etiquette, like when you're talking to people on the internet. And this is probably around like 04, 05. I was like heavy on the message boards at this point. I was on the internet.
Same.
ripping. So they have these like rules of etiquette when you post on the message
All
boards.
hip hop. You know what's up.
And I was on allhiphop.com, Black Planet. I
Yep.
was on Mi Gente for my Latin X people. And I was deep in the AOL chat rooms.
Facts.
So anyway, so they have like the rules of etiquette when you're posting online, and one of them is if you type in caps, that means you're shouting.
Yep.
So I started an online gang called the Cappers, and we only typed in caps. Like we would go to like various message boards.
The cappers.
So it was probably like 10 of us. I
Oh,
don't know
boy.
why, but I was like good at manipulating people on the internet. So I convinced all of them like we should do this. No matter what the moderators say, no matter how many posts get deleted, we only speaking in caps. And we're not acknowledging the fact that we're typing in caps. And like no matter what they say, just keep typing in caps. Yo, we shut down like 5 different message boards. So demonoid.com I got banned
Oh, shit.
from. I got banned from allhiphop.com. Then I got banned from illseed.com. I got banned on Mi Gente for this cap and shit.
You ever go double XL?
I was on their website, but not on their message board.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kanye to the got banned from there. A bunch of websites I got banned from for doing this cap and shit. So I say all that to say, if it's really on your heart, you got to be about that life.
Yeah.
And if you love your family, threaten to kill yourself. That's
Gang
the thought
shit.
for the day.
Gay shit. I don't
Gay
agree with
shit.
none of that nonsense, but okay. Hey,
And-
you know,
and- go ahead.
one thing, just speaking of that era, we'll kind of like let you know you're getting old. ASL used to have a whole different meaning than it has now. Now it means as hell, But back
Oh
then,
yeah, back then, if you seen the ASL, it was time to get it popping.
yes, age, sex, location.
Yeah.
13 MTN. Let's do this.
I used to like linger in chat rooms, and the second somebody starts speaking, if they had like a feminine sounding screen name,
Yep.
ASL. I'm not saying shit else to you. Answer
Nope.
ASL.
We don't get this. We don't get this going.
And honestly, thinking back, like I probably had cyber sex with so many dudes.
Yeah,
so many
we
dudes.
were definitely talking to some dudes.
Like anybody who responded to the ASL, I was like, oh well, let's go to the private chat.
Yeah.
We don't need to do this in front of
Yeah.
everybody. Like we
You
just
ask for a picture,
be
they just
alone.
find some
Let's
bullshit
talk.
offline.
Oh,
Anyway.
I sent so many fake pictures.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not putting my real shit on
I
here,
don't think I sent a real picture prior to MySpace.
bro. My little body, I gotta see you something muscular. I can't be seeing you this. I weigh like
I
105
used
pounds.
to do that. I used to send like aspirational photos. Like by the time we actually meet, I could possibly look like this.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a total lie. Like I wasn't sending like an Asian man, but it'll be like a black dude who like, I don't know, ate vegetables and like cared about his health. But
Hey.
anyway, on that note, this has obviously been an action-packed episode.
Yeah.
And actually, now that I think about it, you know who should kill themselves?
Who?
LeBron James.
No.
So that has been episode 39 of the NASHty
Not the
Boys.
king.
Rell, before we get out of here, is there anything else you want to say to the people after we've given out so many gems today?
Man, stay cool out here. It's really hot. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the city, Nashville, the world. We love you. We'll talk to you next week.
Free Richard Sherman.
You heard?